DJing when I was 15. My brother was a DJ. I thought he was cool. I was a hip hop boy. I was in love with hip hop. I couldn't break. I couldn't rap. I couldn't write graph. And I just wanted to be part of the whole culture. So that was like the easy way for me to get in it. Easy way for me to be, cool. So I just started fucking around with my brother's turntables, and him and my mom got into a fight one day, and I wasn't allowed to go to his house anymore. And I just got depressed, like severely depressed. And my mom noticed it. And around the same time, a hurricane hit Miami. And it was Hurricane Andrew, one of the worst hurricanes ever. And our house got fucked up. Our roof was all leaking and shit. And so my mom, the nice, mom she is, the greatest mom on the planet, she got the insurance money and she got me 2 decks just because she saw I was just so bummed out. And that's how I got into it. And from that day on, I was just practicing my ass off. Like no friends, no girls, no nothing, just me in my room, smoking my weed, practicing. And I made it happen. The first DMC was in Paris, and it was my main competition was A-Trak, and he was 16 at that time. So he had all the hype on him. He was part of the Invisible Scratch Pickles, which was like the crew to be part of back then, Hubert and them. And it was just, he had all the hype. I had hype because I had done my 98 routine, and like, people at that time were like, holy shit, what the hell, because I just came out with like, at that time it was either you were good at beat juggling, you were either good at scratching, or you were either good at body tricks. I came in that year and I just did all of them, and people were just like, fuck, alright, this guy from Miami's nuts, watch out A-Trak, he might come and take your shit, but A-Trak had all the buzz. Anyways, we both fucked up on our routines, we both, fucked it all up, but I fucked up the least, I guess. I had, more luck that day, so I won. That was the first one, and but I knew A-Trak was gonna be a problem, so I remember winning, and I called up my boy Develop, and I was like, yo, and Develop was part of my crew, the Allies, and I called him up, and I was like, yo, I wanna ask A-Trak to be down with our crew, because this guy's gonna be a problem. I don't wanna battle him again. I think he'd be better with us. Like, he's really not fucking with the pickles, and so yeah, got A-Trak down with the crew, and that was 98. Yeah. When I was practicing for the DMCs, it's like a year process. Not practicing the whole year, but throughout the year you're like looking for beats to juggle, looking for phrases to use. You're making up a lot of routines. Like I would make up like a routine a week or something like that, and just show it to my boys and be like, you think this is some next level shit? And it'd be like, and I'd be like, all right, throw it away, work on a new one. So that's the process for the whole year. And then when you have 5 dope routines, you find a way to like make them all mix, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like a whole year thing for fucking 6 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's fucking mad stressful. I think all my anxiety that I have now came from those years of just practicing and not knowing what's gonna happen. Because you could have 6 minutes of the dopest shit, and one little needle skip could fuck it all up. You know what I mean? That's what I was big on for like since like after I did the whole turntable shit, I just wanted to get away from that world because like everybody was gunning for me, you know what I mean? Everybody was just like, when you're on top of your game, everybody hates you. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants a piece of you, everybody wants to try you, everybody talks shit about you. So after I won the 3rd time, I was just like, alright, how far away can I get from turntable? Drum and bass. You know what I mean? And I got into the whole drum and bass world because I love the bass line and I love the vibe. And I was doing that for a while. I was in the UK for like a long time. Like I was gonna move here for like a minute because I was out here so much. So yeah, drum and bass is a big part of my life. Hell yeah, digital DJing all the way. I remember when it first came out, It was called Final Scratch, and the people that were putting it out were Stanton, and I had my needles with them, and like I was sponsored by them or whatever. And I remember the first time I saw it, like it was honestly some top secret shit. Like they literally picked me up in a limo at my house. They didn't want me to drive to wherever the hell they were gonna, show me the shit. It was the owner's house of Stanton. Anyways, they drove me there and they were just like, yo, you can't tell nobody, you can't take pictures, you can't do nothing. I was like, what the fuck are you gonna show me that I haven't seen? And I remember seeing this shit, and automatically I called the develop, I called the A-Trak, I called everybody. I was like, yo, Back to the Future, homie. I just seen the next level shit. This shit's gonna take over. I was freaking out because like at the time, it was the greatest thing ever. It was just like, wait, I don't have to carry my records. I don't have to like burn duct tapes. You know what I mean? I don't have to. Back then having an album cut was kind of messed up because like the grooves were small. So if you wanted to play an album cut, you're always gonna get feedback in the club. It was always like a bitch. And just playing regular vinyl at a club was a bitch. You couldn't have it too loud, you couldn't have the monitor too loud or you're gonna get feedback. Once you use them a lot, like back when I was using vinyl, I would just throw them and they would always get scratched up. So when that shit came out, it was revolutionary and it changed everything.
Yeah, definitely.
It changed everything and I knew that shit, so I started using it. So yeah, I love it because I don't have to carry my records. I'm a little dude, you know what I mean? I've been to Australia like once a year since '98 for all kind of different vibes. Like in the beginning, I was going there just for like hip hop, turntable and stuff. Then around 2000 till like 2004, I was going out there for like drum and bass, hip hop vibes. I toured there with Beatnuts and Rock Raider, rest in peace. Like I think 2003, something like that. And the last couple times I've been out there, it's been just for festivals, like Good Vibrations and Park Life and things like that. And it's always crazy.
Yeah, it really do.
It's always amazing. They're up for anything, and that's what I like. So. Right now, I'm getting more comfortable with my production. I'm putting out my EP hopefully by November or October. Well, that's the thing. I hope it's some new shit. You know what I mean? Like, because when I hear it, I think it's some new shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't really. I don't know how to like sit there and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Stop. I just go, okay, let's see what comes out my ass right now. You know what I mean? And I start working, and my boys come over and they're like, holy shit, this is some fucking other kind of like, it's 4/4, and some of it ain't 4/4, but it's it's kind of like dance music, but it's hip hop influence because I'm taking a lot of hip hop samples. Like I love what Switch did on that new tune that he did, Throwing Stones. Like he's sampling and shit, and I love what Flying Lotus did with that Astro playing song. It sounds like hip hop, but it's 4/4. You know what I mean? But it has that soul, and that's where I'm gonna try to go with it. I'm sampling a lot of shit and scratching. I think house music in general is missing cutting. You know what I mean? I don't know why people haven't thought of it yet. And there's a lot of bass line. I'm gonna be using a lot of bass line stuff, and I hope it's something new, and I hope people like it. If they don't,